Good morning, welcome to Mountain Bear Outdoors. Today I'm in Ashton Court. It's one of my favourite places to come. I'm currently standing in the red deer paddock. As you can see, there's a whole herd of red deer. This is about as close as I realistically want to get to the group because they're still rutting and I don't want to upset any of the deer. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a set of antlers. So what I'm here to talk to you today about is bushcraft and the price of it. Bushcraft shouldn't need to be an expensive hobby. It should be easy to pick up. You should be able to find bits and pieces relatively cheaply if you are planning on getting into bushcraft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up on the tripod and I'm going to run through a few things that I think are excellent value for money and things you might want to consider if you're going to get into bushcrafting. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, we'll set up. So I've got a few notes. I might refer to those as we're going along. So as I said earlier, you don't need to spend a massive wedge to get into bushcraft, so I'm going to run through a few items. I've got a few items with me just to show you as well. So a fire steel, we all know what a fire steel is. It's just a ferrocerium rod. I've got on my keys there. You can pick them up for a couple of pounds with a striker. Every man with his salt should have a fire steel. So the more companion knife, if you're going to get into bushcraft, chances are you're going to be carving things, making things. So a more companion knife is a really great start if you're getting into bushcraft. They're about 12 quid. You can't go wrong. I've been using them for years. So boots. Boots are subjective. Everyone's got their own preference. This is mine. This is the Hakes cold wet weather boot. This is manufactured, I say, by Hakes. They're the same people that made the German power boots. You can see you've got a really chunky tread on those. Gore-Tex line, so they're going to let moisture out, not let moisture in. Again, subjective. These are 60 quid. So I picked them up off of eBay. I bided my time, found these brand new on eBay for 60 quid. They're about 150 in the shops if you're going to buy them on Civvy Street. These are military ones. These are British Army issue ones. Someone's obviously had them out of stores and sold them to me on the cheap. So yeah, a stout pair of boots. They must come above the ankle if you're going to start trekking up hills and mountains. You need that ankle support. If you've not got it and you sort of go over on your ankle, you're going to twist your ankle. You're going to have a bad day. You're going to have to try and get yourself down this mountain with a twisted ankle. It's going to be a pain in the ass. So yeah, decent pair of boots. So a bag, a rucksack. You don't have to spend 200 quid on an Osprey rucksack, or you don't have to have all the Gucci kit. This is a Mountain Warehouse 50 litre rucksack. I've had this a matter of years. I paid about 40 or 50 quid for it. Very inexpensive. Any bag that says it's totally waterproof, they're probably lying. You need a roll top bag, a proper canoeing bag. Just stuff inside your bag and make all your kit properly waterproof. Don't believe the hype, okay? You don't need to spend an absolute fortune on a rucksack. If you're into that kind of thing, by all means do so, but if you're starting out, you don't need to. Okay then, so flask. Again, not need to have, but nice to have. This is a Mountain Warehouse flask. It'll hold about 300 or 400 ml fluid. This has got a cup of tea in it. If you're just out for the day, do you really need to be carrying a litre flask full of tea? It's extra weight. Chances are you probably won't drink it all anyway and just chuck it when you get home. So save yourself the weight penalty and just get yourself just enough to get by. You don't need to have vast amounts of tea and coffee when you're out and about. So a torch. Obviously you can have handheld torches. Oh, deer's creeping up on me. Handheld torches. You can also get these, which are petrol torches. These are head torches. They're about 20 quid. They're brilliant because you just strap them straight onto your head. I'm hoping it doesn't get any closer. So you've got your hands free. You do what you need to. Here we go. So yeah, a decent head torch. Okay, next on the agenda then. Gore-Tex bivy bag. This is a sleeping bag liner essentially. You stuff your sleeping bag in there. Gore-Tex, so it's going to let moisture out. It's going to keep moisture from getting in as well. You can have these for about 30 quid. They're quite cheap. You don't need to worry too much about this. I got this from a friend. I paid 30 quid for mine. Give me the eye. So a friend gave me that one. 30 quid, nice and cheap. Sleeping bag, subjective. 30 quid. You don't need to spend an awful lot on one. If you want a posh one, you can by all means get a posh one. Where are we? Cookers. can have the Elixir cooker for about £6 off Amazon. I'll tell you what, I'm just pack up a minute. I'm going to move because I don't think he's very happy with me being there. Bear with me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to move out of the way. The deer are getting a little bit close there. You don't want to be on the receiving end of those antlers. Okay then. Where are we? So cookers, you can have a Elixir cooker, gas cooker for around about £6 off of eBay. They're as good as anything, they're cheap. As far as I can tell from the Amazon reviews, they're quite reliable. Getting that, your BCB, standard issue alcohol cooking stove, which works with this stuff. You can have this for about £2.50 a bottle. Pays your money, make your choice. Okay then. So, pot. Obviously you're going to need something to cook in. You see mine, this is the Elixir titanium pot. I got the other day. Oops, it's fallen off. They do these in stainless as well, so you can have these for a little bit cheaper. You don't have to have titanium. It's just a nice to have, not need to have. But they do these in stainless steel for about £14–15. They're quite inexpensive. Water bottle then. Obviously you're going to need something to carry all your fluids around in. So you're going to want to get yourself a water bottle. This is an Osprey water bottle. This is mine. I've got 3 or 4. I've demoed these before. They're very strong. They're very durable. You can't boil water in them being plastic. Probably the only downside. However, they hold 1100ml if you get the proper one. They're bomb-proof and they're leak-proof. You can shake them about. Just keeping an eye on the deer. No issues there. Expect to pay no more than a £5 second hand. So military tarp, I've not brought my military tarp with me today. You've seen me demo it. I've got a desert coloured one, which I strung up in the trees. You can view a brief overview of that. Around about £30. Waterproofs then. You can spend a fortune on waterproofs. Do you really need to? Probably not. So, this is a Carrymore waterproof jacket. I bought mine with an insert, a fleece insert. Make it a little bit warmer, it clips in, zips in, stays out the way, that's all good. £30 to £40, not a huge amount. I've had North Face bagged coats before now. I broke the zip on mine. I had to chuck it out and that was £80–90 worth. It's a brand, you pay for the brand with things like that. If you're going to get into some cheap brands, which are actually any good, Regatta is a good one. You can have their fleeces for next to nothing. Very, very cheap kit, and it is just as good as the competitors. It's warm, it keeps you warm. That's all it's supposed to do, and it does that just fine. So Regatta coats, jackets, Carrymore stuff, with the exception of their rucksacks. I've had several Carrymore rucksacks who've been totally piss poor. They've fallen apart on me in a matter of months. You try and overpack them, and they just rip at the seams. Don't bother with them. Whilst we're talking to Carrymore, boots, their boots are actually very good. They are waterproof, some of them. The only downside is the soles don't tend to last very long. They do have a habit of peeling off, but on the upshot, if you don't want to break a pair of boots in, these are comfy straight out of the box. Absolutely fantastic. I'm still struggling with the Hakes boots here. I still haven't broken them in. I keep wearing them around the house. But yeah, you're only going to break a pair of boots in by going up some steep hills and really breaking into them, getting some polish on them. Still being stared at. Okay then, so waterproof tops, waterproof trousers, they're always a good one to have. These are, if I just angle you down, these are some military MTP ones. A friend of mine gave me these, so shout out to Damien, he sorted me out these. These are Gore-Tex waterproof trousers. You don't have to spend an absolute bomb on them. Go to local army surplus, you can have them for, again, 20 to 30 quid. You don't need to spend £100 on ones from Go Outdoors. Do you look a bit of a prat wearing them? Yes, but do they keep you dry? Absolutely. So, we've gone through everything, and the grand total for this lot, bear in mind I've got brand new boots. You don't have to pay 60 quid for a pair of brand new ones, you can get them second hand if you wish. It comes to £310. Now that might seem like a big outlay, but if you start collecting your kit in little dribs and drabs, bide your time. My tip is go on eBay, and don't just buy the first thing you see, because military kit is heavily saturated on eBay. It is everywhere. And sooner or later you're bound to find the right bit of kit for you for the right price, so don't just go buying the first thing you see. Again, if you can afford it and you like Gucci kit, if you're into all of your North Faces and you know, Bushcraft and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, I've got some Bushcraft stuff. I think the fleeces are excellent. I've had a blue one for 10 years. They are built to last, so yeah, some stuff you pay your money, you get what you pay for, some is just brand name stuff. So I hate to rag on the North Face, but sorry guys, your kit's been crap. So £310, start building yourselves up now. Again, you can always add bits to it. Do you need a folding saw? Yeah, you might do. Spend 20 quid, get yourself the Barco Laplander. If you want a more expensive sleeping bag, get one. Hammocks, you don't need them to start off with. You've got your Gore-Tex bivvy bag, get your roll mat on the floor, sling a tarp up. Yeah, job's a good one. You don't need to have everything all at once. So just buy little bits and pieces, experiment, have fun. That's the whole point of Bushcraft, is having fun. Get out there, have a laugh, find out what works for you. If it doesn't work, buy something else. You know, it's not expensive. So I hope you found the video useful. This is just very bare bones what I think would be useful to start bushcrafting with. If you've got any comments or suggestions, please let me know. So my name is Keith from Matt and Bear Outdoors. I hope to see you soon. All the best.